Hey everyone, Noodle here. And today I have a very special demo for you. As promised, my little, or rather not so little, cozy winter retreat. This is a fun new prefab that just arrived in the Atomic Shop for Christmas 2024, and I bought it and fully decorated it to test ease of placement, item and light budget, and overall presentation. What I didn't expect to find during this process, though, is a whole bunch of new and improved bugs that come with this house. Oof. There are bugs in this building I've never seen in any other prefab. Every time we get a new prefab these days, it feels like it was designed by someone who doesn't even work for Bethesda or knows anything about Fallout 76. Our prefabs are getting prettier and prettier and buggier. What is up with that? Well, let me show you what I found so that you can decide if these bugs are significant enough to deter you from buying this thing. I gotta say, it is absolutely gorgeous. But is it usable? And is it worth it? I'm gonna raise some questions in this video that I haven't had to raise before, so buckle up and let's dive in. The Winter Retreat is the popular new prefab in the Atomic Shop right now. At the time that I'm filming this video, it is available as a standalone purchase for 700 atoms, which I thought was a steal at first, and it is also available as part of the Winter Getaway bundle. That's what I got. This is the bundle that also includes the Aurora Snow weather station that I reviewed yesterday. In the picture, this building is insanely attractive, and of course, the first thing that jumps out is the use of icicles. Now, we've never had anything like this offered in the game before, and this is where players immediately got divided. Hell, even Oskept and I took opposite sides on this thing. While I think it's super cute and perfect for winter, Oskept thinks that it's the dumbest thing ever, explaining that frozen rooftops and cozy Christmas camps have no place in the wasteland. He continues to point out that the icicles are not removable, so you'll be stuck with them all year long, making it a very season-specific prefab. My biggest concern was actually the size. You all know what happened last time I bought a ginormous prefab. This looks a bit smaller than the obnoxiously oversized Woodland Retreat, but I was still skeptical. There's still 4 floors there. This screamed budget hog to me. So I did the only sensible thing. I bought it. Only way to find out for sure is to test drive it, right? Before we decorate anything though, we need to park our prefab, and in doing so, test how friendly or unruly that base is. Lifting up the skirts and sending my new house up into the sky, I see that we're dealing with a whole new type of base here. This is neither the giant cement block nor the dirt mound that we're starting to get used to. These are pillars and that trellis thing wrapped all around, and additionally 2 cement bases for the stairs. Now, pillars were friendly on the Slocum's Joe train car. Maybe they'll be friendly here too? Nope. No, they are not. I had this sweet spot picked out with a bridge and everything, and the placement experiment turned into a total fiasco. Not only did the building fail to clip to the ground, it kept shooting up into the trees. I've built here before with both prefabs and constructing. This is a great and easy to build in spot. This should not be so difficult. Okay, trying another place. Same deal. No sinking into the ground and this new tendency to shoot up into the sky. Oof, that gets old fast. Hell, even trying to place it on flat terrain was a major pain in the butt. Finally, I stuck it and just let it be, lest I anger it again. So far, not terribly impressed. But I managed to park the cursed thing, so let's see how budget-friendly it is. I started decorating this one from the attic down. In my last prefab review of the biggest building ever, the Woodland Retreat, I ran out of budget after completely pimping out the first floor. So I figured I'll try my odds backwards this time. The problem with large structures is that our camp space is a sphere around the camp module. So to maximize your actual build space, you need to place the large prefab smack in the middle of your property. Hopefully it's a flat property too. Otherwise, you'll run into a situation where you literally can't place anything on the top floor because it's sticking out of the camp area dome. But before I could even decorate the house fully and reveal my budget limitation findings, I ran into a whole bunch of complications and bugs. First, the architecture. It's gorgeous, but what is this supposed to be? What can you actually use these tiny tight spaces for? I tried putting beds in here. Either won't fit or can't use the bed. I tried putting displays and tubes in here. No such luck. Finally, I ended up placing the Mothman tomb here, and that single act determined the entire theme of the floor. Actually, that's kind of how the entire build turned out. I like how the decorations ended up looking on every floor in the end, but the architecture and the budget limitations greatly determined the style and function of every room. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Then I ran into things like this. Can't place window treatments of any kind in any way that sticks to the wall or even hovers, but in a remotely correct place. I found multiple places in the house where objects shoot up through the ceiling onto the floor above. I tested this in different places and with different objects and found no reason to this madness. But this is probably my favorite bug of them all. Some walls swallow things, but not all the way. They kind of half swallow. So rude. When I finally got down to the ground floor to work on the kitchen, I got stuck with this wall chewing up half of everything that I attached to it, or in case of pictures or mirrors or anything flat, just taking it in completely. And then this wall that just won't let you place things on most of it. Seriously, what the fun house is this? How do you ship something like this? Do they not do quality control at all anymore? I'm starting to think they're just buying plans from other games and selling them without ever even testing. Here on the ground floor, I had to compromise a lot on my decorating style because of the wall funk and tables floating up into the second floor. I also discovered several walls where lights don't work at all. The whole house is powered. Lights should work everywhere. They don't. All this buggy nonsense aside, I'm actually quite pleased with how my house interior turned out, and I owe it all to you guys. In my last build video, I challenged you to decorate the Woodland Retreat top to bottom and share your photos and videos with me. And so many of you did. I honestly wasn't prepared for that amount of footage. So there's no way that I can feature everyone's submission, but I would like to share a few of these retreats now and invite you all to Vault 42, our Discord server, to see some of the others and of course to share your own. All build types are welcome. It was because of all of your submissions and your amazing useful tips that I approached decorating this house differently. Instead of going all in on every room in my complete and cluttered, super detailed style, I planned to spread things out thin from the beginning, especially the lights. Many of you suggested using individual rooms of the house for workbenches, thus giving each space a unique purpose. I copied that method here and it worked beautifully. So thank you everyone who accepted my challenge. Thank you for your advice, feedback, and for taking the time to decorate your retreats and share them with me. It's been very inspirational. My decorating tips for the rest of the viewers are: 1. Start from the top floor so that you know for sure you can decorate there. 2. Try to use large and useful objects like workbenches in various rooms. 3. Don't let the wall and floor bugs let you down. Try different things. Some of them will work. And finally, 4. No matter what you do, you will run out of light budget. So here are some separate tips on how to deal with that. The light budget limitation is not specific to this build. It sucks everywhere, for everyone, hopefully not forever. Honestly, our pathetic light budget is my biggest pet peeve with Fallout 76. Like, Why? Why do we have a limit on objects that are classified as light? It clearly has nothing to do with the effect itself, because we have many other items that glow that don't tap into the light budget. And that is how I managed to light my whole camp. I ran out of light budget 3 stories in. I had to go back and kill a bunch of them, deploying non-light glowing installations instead. I tend to use glowing wall art and anything that's a crafting item with flame effects. And of course, my personal favorite, the enlightened lanterns. Those are my go-to saviors for non-light lights. However, I have a ton more to share with you thanks to another builder who posted a new thread in Vault 42. Mom Yor shared his list of non-light camp items, and he's inviting all of us to add to it. So make sure to swing by that post in camp building and share your favorite glowing treasures as well. He mentioned such gems as the Nuka Quantum Balloon, Holiday Village Light, Ring of Fire Fire Pit, Plasma Ball Lights, the Mole Red Fusion Generator, and many more. Some very clever suggestions in that post. Do check it out and see which items apply to you, your inventory, and your building style. I was very pleased with myself for using these glowing trees outside. They saved a lot of my lighting problems, and they look amazing. I also used the glowing art posters as windows on the outside of the house. I thought that was pretty clever too. But I don't know, should we have to work this hard and change our actual building and decorating look to fit this stupid budget limit? Shouldn't it, just work? Is it a fun challenge or a horrible waste of time? You tell me. I must have been in a really good mood because despite all the bugs and setbacks, I had a lot of fun decorating this house and treating it like a puzzle to be solved. Now, about those icicles. They do be gorgeous. They do be that. The texture on this, the light shimmer, the way that the snow is piled up all organic-like. But is Oskep's point valid? Is this thing too seasonal and mood-specific? Does it make sense in the wasteland at all? For me, it does, with the correct weather station. I currently have the new Snow Aurora station set up and I'm loving it. Check out my video review of that if you haven't seen it already. I've also played with just the good old-fashioned snow station, and that also works. Granted, the snow doesn't pile up on the ground. Some people told me that this ruins the illusion. Why is the snow piling up on the house but not on the ground? I'm honestly not bothered by it at all. I like it a lot. It's gorgeous and festive and different. Will I use it after the holiday season is over? Probably not. It will probably get old fast. I might blueprint it and just stash it until next Christmas. Or just leave it. God knows I have enough camp slots to afford it. I personally also buy new prefabs and demo new builds all the time. That's one of the main things that I do in the game and on this channel. So for me, it's no biggie to deploy a camp, play with it for a few days, and then kill it. Most players aren't like that. Many of you prefer to build a camp once and just live in it. So what do you think? Is this too weird, out of place, seasonal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And that leads us straight to cost and value. If this was free, who cares if it's seasonal or not, right? It's beautiful, fun, and unique. Alas, it's not free. It's 700 atoms. Remember how I said I thought it was a steal at first? 700 for a stunning prefab like this is absolutely a steal. But let's not forget that it comes with an army of bugs. It's a pain to deploy pretty much anywhere but at the golf course. It has buggy floors and walls, and while it's not as huge as the Woodland Retreat, it's still pretty budget heavy, and a definite strain on the light budget. Additionally, it's, well, seasonal. Knowing all that, are you still okay paying 700 atoms for it? If so, tell me why. If not, tell me why. Is there any hope for these buildings to actually get better? Because I feel like they're getting worse in user experience, but better in presentation. I'm looking forward to reading your thoughts, experiences, and suggestions. Noodle Pants. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, stay safe out there, Vault Dwellers.
In the heart of West Virginia, the shadows creep and sway. Lies a land of rusted dreams, where the brave dare not stray. Appalachia, oh, it's a treacherous ride, with dangers untold and no